Good Lord. I was concerned about attacks on American soil. It looks like they're already on high alert for it. Check this out. Wonder why the FBI, though? Why not, like, I don't know, Pentagon or something like that, you know?
Meantime, the FBI is warning of an alleged Iranian surprise drone attack plot on a target in California in retaliation for the U.S. strikes on Iran.
Okay.
Mark Meredith joins us live from Washington with all the details.
The FBI is
Charlie,
warning.
good to see you both. American cities coast to coast remain on alert for any potential terror attacks amid the war with Iran. And there is a particular concern in California where officials are on the lookout for any potential drone attacks. For years, Iran has relied on drones to carry out deadly airstrikes across the Middle East. Today, those concerns, a similar attack could be launched off U.S. shores. There was a bulletin issued a week ago, but it was not released publicly at first, which says, we recently acquired information that as of early February of this year, Iran allegedly aspired to conduct a surprise attack using unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, from an unidentified vessel off the coast of the U.S.
I was about to say, they have to launch it off of a ship, I assume. What ship and where would they be at, you know?
Homeland, specifically against unspecified targets in California, in the event that the U.S. conducted strikes against Iran. We have no additional information on the timing, method, target, or perpetrators of this alleged attack. President Trump, he too, was asked about this possibility on Wednesday.
Being investigated, but you have a lot of things happening, and all we can do is take them as they come. And the war itself is being prosecuted as well as anybody has ever seen. And this is other countries telling me too. Big countries, powerful countries. They said they'd never seen anything like it.
The LA County Sheriff's Office also weighing in on this, saying in light of global events, the department remains at an elevated level of readiness and is maintaining increased vigilance as we continue to protect our residents of Los Angeles County. We're also hearing from the Democratic governor of California, Gavin Newsom.
I'd be wanting to move immediately living out there. I'm glad I didn't move out there.
Newsom says he's in constant coordination with his emergency team to monitor.
And not just that, on a serious note, all the stuff I was hearing about everybody moving out of LA, out of California, especially people with money, but a lot of other people moving too because of the crime, all the homeless people, all the wild laws and things that they got going on over there. I'm glad I never moved out over there, boy.
Monitor potential threats to California, including those tied to the conflict in the Middle East. While we are not aware of any imminent threats at this time, we remain prepared for any emergency in our state. And while federal and state officials this morning are downplaying the risk of a surprise attack, there are still concerns for a sleeper cell attack somewhere in the U.S. and, of course, as Trey was just mentioning, throughout the Middle East. Todd and Carly?
There certainly are those concerns. Mark Meredith, live for us in Washington. Mark, thank you. Let's bring in decorated Navy Top Gun graduate, FA-18 fighter pilot, and founder of No Fallen Heroes Foundation, Matthew Whiz Buckley. Thank you so much for joining us. What should we know about this alert and the possibility of something like this actually happening?
Oh, good morning, Carly. Always a possibility when you leave the southern border and wide open for the past 40 years. It's just an absolute disgrace. Not only wide open, but I remember Fox showing footage of the then Biden administration actually having forklifts lift up barbed wire that secured our border and letting people stream in. I had a buddy I flew Hornets with who, after he got off active duty, he flew for Customs and Border Patrol. And he said, Wiz, you wouldn't believe how many prayer rugs and Korans we find in the desert. So these sleeper cells are in this country. They are active. On 9/11, we had terrorists sitting in first class or buy airline tickets. Why would they do that to get into this country when they can just walk in? It's an absolute disgrace. I strongly recommend everybody keep their head on a swivel, and it's not just a glib saying. If you see something, say something, because you might just save a life.
So it sounds like your concern is more the possibility of a lone wolf attack as opposed to something like this that we just found out about yesterday, about the possibility of a drone strike off the coast of California, some more organized large-scale attack from Iran.
Both. I'd absolutely be looking at both. It is the job of our government to contingency plan. Before I went flying an F-18 Hornet, I said, what realistically could go wrong on this mission that I can think about right now in the air conditioning? So I guarantee you the FBI, the Department of War, all of these partners are sitting in a room in front of a whiteboard going, hey, what is realistic? But to pull off an attack like that, it obviously needs a lot of people. It needs a lot of material. So I would hope that the FBI is on top of this, but you never know. There potentially thousands, if not tens of thousands, of enemy agents in this country. That's a fact. Whether they can band together and execute a mission like this, I don't want to find out.
Well, let me add another unfortunate concern to the mix. Yesterday, there was a cyber attack targeting a medical device company called Stryker, and Iran is believed to be behind it. This is from the Wall Street Journal. They write,
Why?
Thousands of employees at Stryker woke up on Wednesday to find their cell phones and laptops were suddenly disabled by a major cyber attack. The hackers behind the digital assault said they were retaliating on behalf of Iran.
Interesting.
And then on top of that, Iran is also reportedly honing in on attacking not cyber...
But why them? Have to go down a rabbit hole, probably. Don't seem like they even want to tell you why. Why them, though?
But militarily, major tech companies like Microsoft, Palantir, IBM, and NVIDIA with offices in the Middle East. So how disruptive do you think all of this could be?
It'll be disruptive, but again, these large companies, this isn't their first day at work. I mean, the Chinese are notorious for stealing everything that's not nailed down, from trying to get into the Department of War. It's always interesting when they launch a new fighter or new aircraft carrier or piece of military machinery, it's a copy and paste of the United States. So our companies have to be vigilant. They have to have their walls up.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of how they're like trademark and IP and copyright laws are like totally different. Like over there, that's the reason why you can find so many knockoffs over there, and like those fake game consoles and all that. Whoa, what's going on today? Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's why you can find so many knockoffs, like with their movies, and go down the rabbit hole with like Chinese knockoff movies and just everything. It's just like, yo, it's like, is copyright not sacred? Like, they'll copy something like, it's funny, man.
For these potential attacks, but non-state actors, you're always going to have this type of thing. They might be executing on saying they're doing this on behalf of Iran. It might not be the Iranian military or any of their intelligence agencies that are fleeing right now, Carly. These people have targets on their back. There's no way there's a long line at the Iranian Navy or missile launch recruiting offices.
They got to work with who they have right now. But you're right. The FBI and law enforcement, they have to get it right every single time, and we thank them and you so much for your service as well. Matthew Whiz Buckley, we appreciate your time and expertise, as always.
All right. Well, hope there aren't any strikes, but I'm sure we will definitely hear about them. That's why I talked about this, because I was like, man, that's the one thing I was concerned about, that something like this would happen. It hasn't, but there's a warning of it. There's been plenty of times where there were tons of warnings about certain things that would possibly happen that never did happen, but I do want to stay a little informed on that. Post comments down below. Let me know what you think about the situation, and I'll talk to you later.